Hello everyone, my name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little bit sick, I'm sorry, but today I want to talk about the Desmond Bane trade. I already talked about it on my NBA channel, whether or not that's uploaded or not, I've got no clue, but I want to talk about what it means for the Chicago Bulls, because it means a lot. It's a hefty trade that Desmond Bane and the Orlando Magic accepted for with the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a big trade. What does it mean for the Bulls? What does it mean for our potential trades? What does it mean for our future? I mean, could we cash in now based on the trade market and what this trade has kind of established for the league? Let's talk about it in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about whether or not you believe that this Desmond Bane trade to the Orlando Magic maybe potentially puts the Bulls in the position to make a trade knowing that there might be some valuable assets coming back in return. Without further ado, let us get started. If you guys don't know what the trade entailed of, it was Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic and the Memphis Grizzlies received 4 first-round picks. I believe most of them are unprotected, and a pick swap in 2029 alongside of Cole Anthony and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So losing a bad contract in Caldwell-Pope, a nice player in Cole Anthony, but they gain the offensive threat that they've been looking for in their team for quite some time. Interesting trade. Ultimately, I think both teams, what they're looking for, they got in that trade. I really believe that. But it's not about them right now. It's a big trade that happened, but it means big implications for the rest of the league. What are those implications? Well, I'm glad you asked. Basically, the way that I see it, this sets the tone for the rest of the league. We just saw Desmond Bane on the Memphis Grizzlies, a not very good Memphis Grizzlies team at this point. The second option on that team traded for 4 first-round picks. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 first-round picks. That is astonishing business. And I think Memphis did a heck of a job getting 4 first-round picks for that. Now, that might mean a lot for the Chicago Bulls. I've heard numerous people, a lot of people, react to this, saying Kobe White is now worth more than 4 first-round picks. I've heard people say that. I've heard people saying now Nikola Vucevic could go for at least 1 first-round pick. I've heard people say anybody that we trade, we could get a first-round pick. I've seen the comments, ladies and gentlemen. And although I don't necessarily agree with everything being said, I do agree that it means if the Bulls do make trades, this trade will set the tempo and it could get us more in return than what we may expect from those trades. And that means a lot for the Chicago Bulls for a number of reasons, but the one reason I will give is that let's just say they go big on a trade. Forget about Nikola Vucevic. Let's just say the Bulls decide, you know what? We don't want to give Kobe White his extension. We feel like we can do better. Let's try to cash on in this season. Upcoming season ahead, this offseason. Let's try to cash in on him. Instead of getting maybe the 1 or 2 first-round picks you would get alongside of a young player or maybe a bad contract, whatever it is, you could get multiple first-round picks. You could get a young player alongside of the 2 first-round picks. You could get more than what you might get in the next season. Because next season comes around, maybe the next off-season comes around, and a trade is very mediocre that comes, you know? It could be anything, but it could be a very bad trade, and both teams kind of give away scraps. And all of a sudden, next off-season, not this one, the next one, that trade value for Kobe White seems very much diminished. Or it could be Josh Giddey, a signing trade. It could be Patrick Williams. No matter what we trade, if a trade sets a tempo, this could be the season to kind of capitalize on such a thing. And that's what it means for the Chicago Bulls. With that being said, should and will the Bulls decide to pull the trigger on trades because of this Desmond Bane trade? You know what? I don't think we're going to go big and trade Kobe White or Josh Giddey, but I do think the Bulls are going to start looking at other players. I think the Bulls will take advantage of the Nikola Vucevic situation. I think there's a chance we could trade him away. I think there's a chance we could trade away Patrick Williams. I've heard increasing rumors that Patrick Williams and the trade situation there is a potential possibility. So I think the Bulls will now be listening to a lot of things, a lot of trades, a lot of different prospects, a lot of different assets, maybe even draft capital that could be coming our way. I think the Bulls are going to be listening to a lot, and I do think in the end they could make big decisions there. I really think next season our team is going to look different. Not different in terms of the backcourt, but I do think our front court is going to look really different. I think our center position is going to look different. I think our forwards are going to look different. I think this team will play much different next season than this season. And I'm looking forward to every single bit of it. And because of this Desmond Bane trade, it may make the rest of the league offer a little bit more for a couple of our players that we may not want in the long term. Do you agree with my current assessment of the current Chicago Bulls team? Do you agree that this Desmond Bane trade makes it bigger for us? Or do you think, in reality, it's just one trade, it doesn't impact the rest of the league? I think it could go both ways. But if the Bulls are smart and negotiating, this could very much help the Chicago Bulls in their trade quests in the future. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.